So, have you ever sat down knowing exactly what you needed to do, but you just don't do it? Like, it's really mind bending. You sit down knowing that you have to complete this project, you have to work on this particular thing, you have to work on your website, maybe read this book or do this, do that, but you just prefer not to. You just prefer to scroll Instagram, you just prefer to lie down and just indulge in some nonsense imaginations. You tell yourself that I'll start this tomorrow, and that tomorrow, we all know, never comes. I've been there. Laziness isn't the problem, my friend. It's just a symptom. The real issue is much more deeper. And in this video, I'll break down why laziness happens and more importantly, how to crush it so that you can take massive actions to transform your life. So before we try and destroy your laziness, we have to first understand what laziness actually is. You're not lazy. Nobody is lazy. What we call laziness is usually fear, overwhelm, and lack of clarity. Think about the things that you have laziness about. Like you want to work on this project, but you're too lazy to work on. Why? Because you have no clarity about it. You don't exactly know what to start with. You don't exactly know where to go. You don't exactly have the clear idea about that project. Think about it. Just sit down and think about it. Have you ever been lazy about something you truly enjoyed in your entire life? No, probably not. Laziness happens when you don't have a clear path. It's truly mind-bending that you sit down and don't want to read this book because you don't know what kind of lesson you're gonna get out of it. That is lack of clarity. You don't understand the stuff, like you just want quick things, and that's why you don't go for the long-term stuff, and that is where the laziness happens, when the task feels too big to handle. So all your laziness, all your procrastination comes down to three basic reasons, three main reasons, I would say. The first one is overwhelm. The task feels so big that you don't even know where to start from. You want to read this book, but you don't even know like where to start from. Should I read this chapter, that chapter? What do I get? What shall I start from? This chapter, this book includes of a lot of value. This book, maybe should I read the 8th chapter, which includes like action taking, or should I read the 7th chapter, which includes manifestation? Should I read the 6th chapter, which includes the power of belief? You don't even know where to start from. So that is overwhelming. Second is perfectionism. You are too afraid to start because you don't want to fail or make mistakes. A lot of people thrive for perfectionism. They want to complete everything very, very perfectly, and they end up making no progress because they don't try at all. The third is disconnection. You don't feel connected to your goal. You don't have a clear why. When your why is not there, you will never ever find out how. So basically, the stuff is overwhelming, perfectionism, and disconnection. These are the three main reasons that you struggle, that you are stuck on the place you're stuck on. But here's the good news. You can overcome all of these three steps with the right strategy. And I still remember that there was a time in my life where I used to procrastinate on literally everything that I used to do. Everything. Even the smallest task felt like a mountain. I'd binge watch shows, scroll on my phone, and tell myself, I'd do this tomorrow. And the worst part, I knew I was capable of more. I just wouldn't break the cycle. So here I'll give you the 5 simple step process to beat laziness and help you get out of this loop, escape this loop, and take final control, take full control, let's say. So step number 1, start small. Forget the big picture now. Forget about all of the stuff. Forget about $1 million. Just focus on the smallest possible step. If you want to write a book, just start with the first sentence. Do the bare minimum. Just start with the bare minimum. If you want to work out, put on your shoes. That's it. Action builds momentum, and momentum kills laziness. So all you have to do is just get started with it. You don't have to necessarily thrive for perfectionism. Just start with some basic thing. Bare minimum. You don't have to do 1,000 push-ups. Just do 1, or maybe just do 5. 1 is also acceptable. Just do the bare minimums. Step number 2, the 2-minute rule. If the task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Do not reschedule it. Do not put it on schedule that I'm gonna check my emails at 4 p.m. No, do it right now. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it right now. This prevents procrastination from snowballing into laziness. Plus, once you start, you're more likely to keep going. So just start with all of the basic stuff, like all the 2 minute stuff completed. Now you have a momentum that you are working. So now you're more likely to continue that momentum. Step number 3, break tasks into tiny chunks. So big tasks might feel overwhelming because you are trying to eat the whole elephant at once. No, cut it down, chop it down into 1,000 pieces and then start to eat it one piece at a time. I'm not saying that you have to chop off an elephant and try to eat. No, I'm just giving an example. So break it down into smaller chunks that are digestible. Instead of saying that I want to clean my house, say that I want to just organize my bookshelf. That's it. Bite-sized tasks feel manageable and keep you moving forward because you now see that, okay, bookshelf, not too overwhelming. The entire house, now that sounds overwhelming. That sounds really hard to do. So just start with the bookshelf, then the table, then the bed, then all of the stuff, and just build the momentum and keep going. That's how it works. Step number 4, eliminate distractions. Your environment either helps you focus or distracts you. There is nothing middle. Like sometimes it helps me focus, sometimes it distracts. No, that's not how it works. Your environment either helps you focus or distracts you. So turn off all the notifications. Just declutter your environment as much as you possibly can. Turn off your notifications, clean up your workspace and set a timer for the deep work. And set a timer which you can see, like literally you can see in front of your eyes. Put on your phone and just have a timer on your screen, like full screen. 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever that happens to be. Make laziness harder than taking action. That's what your environment should be about. Step number 5, connect with your why. Ask yourself, why does this matter? Why does this project matter to me? Why does this video matter to me? Why does this book matter to me? Dig deep. Go into philosophy if you want to. If your goal is to get fit, maybe your why is to be healthy for your family. Maybe is to look good. Whatever that is, just dig deep into the rabbit hole. Why do you want to accomplish this? If your why is strong, then your how will be figured out. If your goal is to start a business, maybe to gain financial freedom, maybe to buy a new Lamborghini, or maybe to buy this particular thing, that particular thing, maybe to just flex, whatever that happens to be true to yourself and just connect with your why. That is going to make you strong. And when your why is strong, actions become automatic. So you have to have a strong why. So figure out your why first. And before going off, I'll give you a one secret, small, tiny tip. Once you start, even the smallest way, you'll gain momentum. All you have to do is just do the bare minimum of all of it. Just bare minimum. Action creates energy and energy fuels action. It's a positive loop that makes laziness impossible. You won't be ever lazy if you just do the bare minimum. You just do the right thing, not bare minimum, do the right thing. And the right thing is taking action. That's it. So laziness isn't permanent. That's what I've learned. It's an habit. And like any habit, it can be changed. So start small, stay consistent and focus on your why. So if you found this video anywhere helpful, subscribe. And if you like this video, put on a like. If you dislike this video, then put on a dislike. So see you in the next one.